Today I fucked up by accidentally scaring the shit out of people having sex. First, some backstory about my fuck up. My family and I, M19, own a camping site by a lake. It was just like an hour ago and I was walking my dog around late at night as I discovered a small fire at the other side of the lake. At our place, fires are not allowed because we don't really want the fire brigade showing up, so I decided to go and investigate alone. We often have people making fires without permission. This was the first time that I went alone, as I usually go together with my dad. I walked about 100 meters and then I saw a silhouette of a woman. I wasn't sure as to what was going on, so I walked closer. I pointed my flashlight at her and then I saw it. Two huge ass cheeks sitting on top of a man's lap and two absolutely dumbfounded faces staring at me. I also couldn't believe my eyes. I was so surprised that I even did not move my flashlight away, making the moment even more awkward than it needed to be. My inner panic mode activated immediately and I did not know what to do, so my brain told me to just say something. I said, "I'm sorry, but fires aren't allowed here," in a kind of serious, but also hesitant tone. A voice of a man replied with "okay." Realizing how stupid I was to even tell them that, I turned around as fast as I could, nearly stumbling over a tree branch as I walked back home. Then I sat in my room thinking about how I shouldn't have gone there. I am preparing mentally for the awkward moment when they will leave tomorrow. Too long didn't read. While trying to prevent a potential fire, I stumbled upon two people having sex and scaring the shit out of them, also scarring me for life in the process. Edit, thanks for all the upvotes and comments, guys. They just left 5 minutes ago without saying goodbye. Can't blame them, tbh, haha. You're good, bud. Quick glance, then look away, like looking at the sun. This is hilarious. I'm sure they will be feeling much more nervous and awkward than you tomorrow. You did no wrong. If they didn't want to be seen, they wouldn't have been outside. I bet you gave them that extra tingle they needed to finish. I think you did the best out of a bad situation there, sir. They are the ones who should be feeling a little awkward, and if you ever see a fire, you have every right to investigate. Yeah, they are the ones caught with their pants down, literally. Today I fucked up by searching sexy ASMR on Spotify and going down the rabbit hole. Listen, I know Spotify shows your friends what you listen to. To be honest, I don't care. I thought this was funny. Basically, I couldn't sleep a couple days ago. New tenants moved into the apartment above us and they're still getting settled in. Loud heavy-footed stomping and moving things around late into the night basically triggered my insomnia. So I'm sitting in bed at 3 AM and I decide to give a meditation podcast a try. Now, meditation has never been my thing, and honestly, I couldn't stop thinking about the way the guy's voice sounded to me, so I started thinking to myself about ASMRs and maybe a feminine voice would settle me down. So naturally I search ASMR first, then female ASMR, then sexy female ASMR, cause why not? Genuinely was curious what Spotify had to offer. Some of the titles were hilarious to me, so I just started haphazardly flipping through tracks. It also led me to this tracklist of Hollywood sound effects of moaning women and whatnot, obviously the fake over-the-top kind of moaning. I also stumbled upon a few podcasts in the same category. In particular, there was this one track that was titled something like Caring Girlfriend Sexual Roleplay or whatever. In my head I'm thinking, who the hell listens to this? But in retrospect, I'm pretty much that person, because I totally couldn't resist playing that sucker. Fast forward to the next morning, my girlfriend is flipping through Spotify and she sees my listening activity on her friends list. She sits me down to have a deep talk about how we shouldn't hide things from each other and whatnot. He even asks me, "Why are you listening to a caring girlfriend roleplay ASMR? Am I not caring enough for you?" Of course, me feeling embarrassed, my knee-jerk reaction is to just play dumb at first. Oh, I was just listening to meditations on Spotify and it must have just started playing that. Eventually I caved because I'm a terrible liar and I explained to her I went down this rabbit hole and couldn't help myself, even though I thought it was weird as hell. Then today my friend messages me and is like, "So, tell me about this caring girlfriend sexual role play." I had to explain the exact same story to him. Of course, friends being friends, he doesn't believe me either, haha. Too long didn't read, so basically my inner circle of friends who follow me on Spotify now probably think I'm some sexual ASMR listening poor sap who has a caring girlfriend fetish. My boss put me on his family plan, and this is like my worst nightmare. Yo, the thing to take away from this is that your girlfriend sat you down and confronted you calmly about something she was concerned about. People listen to weird shit, people watch weird shit. Having someone that cares about you is worth the world. To be fair, it was a great talk where we firmly agreed there's no reason to hide these kind of things. And now she knows my kink for being cared for, so double win. Spotify has a private session feature in case any of you dare repeat this lol. Well, of course now I know this lol. My friend even sent me a screenshot of how to find it in the future. Lamoudam, thanks for sharing the story. I was cracking up at the am I not caring enough, your girlfriend wasn't trying to be funny, but that's hilarious. Also because clearly the caring internet girl video isn't as caring as the real caring girlfriend lol. Today I fucked up by getting stuck in the bathtub and having to be lifted out by 2 firemen, and then I peed on myself. Obligatory, this didn't happen today but happened in February when I was 9 months pregnant and home alone. I can laugh about it now, but I was absolutely mortified at the time. My husband and my 15-year-old stepdaughter went on an overnight trip for her championship basketball game. I was so pregnant and didn't feel like being in the car for 6 hours each way. We all decided it would be best if I stayed home and cheered her on from home. That night when I got home, I decided to take a bath to ease some of the pressure on my back. I had done this several times a month by myself and got along just fine before, so I figured why not have a relaxing bath while I can relax, since I was due in just over 2 weeks. After about 45 minutes in the tub, I had enough and tried to get out. I could not lift myself. I was really struggling to get out of the tub. I tried grabbing onto the handle on the sliding glass door, but I still couldn't lift myself. I tried adding some more water to the tub to see if that would help. Nope, I was stuck. I called my husband in a panic. He had just arrived at the hotel and it would take him at least 6 hours to get back to me. He suggested I call our friends who had a key to our house. I called them and they didn't answer. My family was on a cruise in the Caribbean, so they couldn't help me. I called my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and they couldn't find the spare key we gave them to the house. I tried breaking in and couldn't. Finally, my sister-in-law decided to call 911 after I pleaded with her not to. I didn't even have a towel in my reach and I was completely naked. I kept having to drain and refill the bath because a combination of pregnancy and anxiety, I kept peeing on myself. My sister-in-law called me from downstairs a few minutes later and told me there was a fire truck and an ambulance outside and they were able to open our garage door and were coming up. A female EMT came in and checked me out to make sure I was okay and pulled down a towel from the back of the door and covered me. He then called in 2 firemen who pulled me up like I was a feather and helped me out of the tub. When they were doing that, I peed again and I think some got on the firemen. I was so embarrassed. They were so nice and made it like it was no big deal. Once I got out of the tub, I was able to put some clothes on and the fireman left. The EMT stayed and checked me out to make sure I didn't need a hospital. My blood pressure and etc. were fine. The EMT stayed with me for about 15 to 20 minutes to make sure I was okay. I expected my brother-in-law and sister-in-law to still be there, but they weren't. They left and made a whole post about it on Facebook making fun of me. They are assholes, but that is a story for another time. Too long didn't read. I decided to take a bath alone when I was 9 months pregnant, got stuck in the tub, had to have firemen and EMT help me out. EMT here. I lift naked people out of tubs constantly and get all sorts of bodily fluids on me from time to time. No big deal. It's happened so much that it's just another day at this point. Don't sweat it, I promise you that they weren't. Chances are they just changed their uniforms afterwards, sprayed their boots off and went on with their shifts. It's part of the gig and you have nothing to be embarrassed about. Plus, you were pregnant, so that definitely makes it understandable. Thank you for saying this. I feel like I can finally stop cringing each time I think about this. Ha ha. That is truly terrifying, and I would have been mortified too. Even though you were embarrassed at the time, honestly the EMTs/first responders probably appreciated the easy, happy ending call. Little P is nothing compared to possible serious injury to you or your baby if you fell, or to the horrible things they see on other calls. As for your bill and sis, that's deplorable, and what kind of a horrible human being even does that? I'm glad you are okay. Yes, that is very true. One funny thing I forgot to mention is after I had my daughter, when we were leaving the hospital, we ran into the EMT that helped me. She was able to meet my daughter, so that was nice. My husband has two brothers, both are married to complete assholes. This brother that lives near us is an asshole himself as well. I got stuck in the bathtub once when I was 8 months pregnant. Was also really fat at the time, and swollen with water from undiagnosed preeclampsia, so I had a lot of odds against me. Haha, my sweet husband happened to come home a half hour later and I was saved. But good God, is that a terrifying experience. At one point I think I just resolved to take a nap. Like Velp, guess I'm giving birth in here. Haha, damn baby bellies. OMG, I'm not alone. Yeah, I wasn't a skinny mini before I got pregnant. I was a size 12-14 before, and I gained almost 60 pounds during pregnancy. Yeah, by the end of the pregnancy it was just in the way all of the time. Like I would get it stuck on the counter trying to reach the cabinet above to get a glass. OMG, glad you're okay. Preeclampsia is serious stuff. Your in-laws suck. Yes, my Bill and Sil suck big time. They are also really mean to my stepdaughter and it pisses me off. Oh man, I am sorry you had to go through this, but the most important thing is that both you and baby are okay. The fireman and the EMT probably didn't even blink at the situation, just wanted to do their job right and help you. Congrats on your baby, happy motherhood. Thank you so much. Yes, she's wonderful and was born on February 29th. Leap year baby.